Right, so I have returned once again today. Actually done a stream of Kaguya-sama Love is War, the manga series. I'm quite loud. Wouldn't you know? I was quite loud that time. So yes, actually have returned to cover some more Kaguya-sama Love is War, the manga series. And as we know, the previous part of this whole entire volume actually was pretty damn good. So today we actually are covering chapters 117 and 121 before I forget that. I got it around the wrong way. But yeah, I mean it's getting to the point now. It's kind of like it's less will they or won't they, or it's less will they won't they and more when they, essentially. I actually kind of like the actual change in feeling, because now it's kind of having like their mind games kind of lead to more problems, because they're like, oh, but I want to ask the other person out, but I can't find a way to do it, because essentially they're kind of still in the exact same rut they were in beforehand. It's even more so now. It's actually it kind of creates even more funnier scenarios, because they're trying their hardest to actually kind of not make them kind of like reveal, but actually kind of like just do it in a way, just kind of fall into that kind of relationship. So it's actually kind of, I guess it's actually kind of a lot better progression of the narrative, I actually kind of think, as well. So anyway, let's actually put on Twitter actually gone live before I forget. Thank you so much. I'll cherish it as well. I'll give you back my one as well. How the hell do you do this thing? Like that, isn't it? It's like that. There you go. Hold on. Can you see it? Possible? There you are. You can have mine back as well. Cherish that as well. I don't get out very often. I don't get out very often. But I cherish yours as well. Do not worry. It's right here, next to my one. I still think it's actually there. Anyway, but thank you so much. That's actually very kind of you. Did actually need that today. Let's start 117. Chika Fujiwara wants to battle. Ooh. I can't carry all this stuff once it farther. Father? Is it father? Further? Is it spelt further or father? I always wondered that. My arms feel like lead. You're not strong enough, and you call yourself a man? I call myself a man? I thought men and women were equal nowadays. You just discriminated against men. You're quibbling over words again. Quibbling. I've never seen that word before. Quibbling. Okay, I put it like this then. Ishigami, you're a useless excuse for a human being. That's worse. This isn't even that heavy. You should eat more meat to build your muscle. Otherwise, you'll never survive a nuclear war. In my wildest dreams, I wouldn't have thought you were into macho guys. Anyway, I naturally have more muscles than you, Fujiwara, because I'm a male. Hey Miko, wanna arm wrestle? Huh? Okay. Come on, let's go. Ready? Ow! Hello. Just destroyed her poor arm. Well, Ishigami, do you still see me as a girl who only assets are her brains and honesty? No, I've never seen you that way. I take good care of myself. I don't have any cavities. I jog at Yoyogi Park on weekends. I work out for half an hour before bed. I'm a low-carb girl who sticks to low glycemic index foods. I've got more muscle than a useless recluse like you. A useless recluse? You have a lot of nerve. I played sports in junior high. There's no way women and children can beat me. Oh really? Are you positive? Now let's have a shouldn't cancel arm wrestling tournament. Oh no. This isn't gonna end well. Ishigami just kind of fallen into like, bruh. You're on. Do all of us have to participate? Would you rather work? Arm wrestling, an athletic competition in which competitors attempt to ascertain who is more physically powerful. we'll have a last place playoff too. I love that this actual manga actually uses words that don't get used like very often in normal conversations. Like quabbling isn't a word that everyone tends to use nowadays. Ascertain, I guess. It's kind of a bit more of a used word, but quabbling. Okay, we only need to know who wins. No, we have to determine determine who ranks last. Society must be calibrated so the weak may no longer live in blissful ignorance. Yikes. God. I fight, I win. Weak die, me pity. Who the hell are you now? Allow me to introduce her. This is Gorilla Fujiwara, a less evolved human being. Arm wrestling, huh? Oh, that means I get to hold Shiomiya's hand. Oh no. This isn't gonna end well. Fine, let's battle. I'm a man. I've always wanted an opportunity to demonstrate my physical prowess. Now Shirogane is acting strange too. If everyone else is participating, and thus the arm wrestling tournament begins. First, they draw lots to create a tournament bracket. First match, Ishigami versus Shiomiya. Excuse me. I'm actually left-handed. Someone else is actually left-handed besides me. I'm so happy. I don't see many left-handed people in my life. Surprisingly, everyone's right-handed. As I don't actually meet many people with blue eyes either. I'm the rare case, as they say. Even rarer because my eyes are actually grey as well. They're grey-blue. So even rarer. But yeah, not a lot of left-handed people that I know. Besides me, my whole entire family's right-handed as well, which is the other kind of like strange thing. Huh? Really? But you eat with your right hand. I was taught to do that, but my left hand is stronger than my right. What should we do? I use my left hand because I'm a man. It's only gentlemanly to give you a handicap. Thank you. Ready, set, go. What the hell? Her arm is like a steel rod. How is this possible? I can't move her arm by pushing or pulling. Is she made of stone? Huh? Shiomiya's looking at me like she's thinking, is this all you can do? Scary. The bow Kaguya uses on the archery team has a pull strength of around 33 pounds. This is usually used by male high school students. Moreover, Kaguya has developed even stronger arm muscles because she holds the bow with her left hand. Ishigami has no chance of winning because his physical strength is below the male average. Ugh. he just got vibe checked completely. Shiomiya wins. Ishigami loses. Now wear this ribbon. I'm weak. Shiomiya won? Then I have to win my round 2. Second match, Shirogane versus Fujiwara. Fujiwara is my opponent this time. I don't think I'll lose against the girl, but Ishigami just did. Now Shirogane, let's play fair, okay? I will. Ready, set, go. What the heck? She's stronger than I thought. She wasn't bragging for nothing, but I can't afford to lose. Referee, isn't Chica violating the rules? Huh? Violating the rules? Look where she's holding Shirogane's hand. Oh no. Chica is grasping the tips of his fingers. Everyone knows you can use leverage to your advantage by applying pressure to the end of your opponent's hand. Chica slid her hand up towards Shirogane's fingertips when they first grasped hands, which means Fujiwara has a one-sided advantage. Isn't that unfair? Fujiwara? See, I knew you'd cheat. Are you that desperate to win? You're so petty. You cheat without a second thought. I've been recording this. I'll send you the video evidence. Shirogane wins. Nice work, Fujiwara. Now wear this. And so these two compete in the final match. Shirogane, you play fair now. Final match, Kaguya versus Shirogane. I want to win this match and I'll be be number 1. No one will view me as a man if I get defeated by a woman at arm wrestling. Let's get this over with so I can get back to work. Yes, of course. Ready, set, fight. Ah! They're evenly matched. They're so determined to win. Neither of them is budging an inch. This is a battle of pride. There should be a manga about arm wrestling the more I think about it. Isn't arm wrestling the only sport that I know that actually hasn't been in the manga that I know of? If I remember correctly, I pretty much know a manga for every single sport besides arm wrestling. Because arm wrestling actually is a sport. The more you think about it, it's actually a sport. This is bad. What do you mean? Look at their cheeks. They're so flushed. They're overestimating over secreting adrenaline. Their muscle powers have surpassed human limitations. If they continue to wrestle, they might seriously do permanent damage to their arms. Oh no! Their carries be cut short the longer they arm wrestle. There's so much work left to do for the cultural festival. Why are you competing so hard? It appears as if they're fighting for their lives. However, nothing could be further from the truth. They're just happy to be holding hands. In this case, Shomiya wasn't desperate to win. She's pacing herself to keep her arm steady. Shirogane actually has more muscle strength. He intends to win, but he's calculated that he can do so without trying too hard. Both of them are trying to prolong their match as long as possible. I maintain this position for about a minute more, and I'll lose. I'm already starting to sweat. My hands are sweaty. No! A surprise attack. Shomiya wins his close match. Shomiya is our first muscle queen. Congratulations, muscle queen. From this day on, we should call Kaguya Queen Muscle. Queen Muscle. Muscle. Stop, please stop. The final talk was incredible. You won without question, Kaguya. I mean, Muscle Queen. No. Today's battle result: Kaguya, the Muscle Queen, wins. Last place playoff: Ishigami versus Fujiwara. Yahoo! Oh yeah. A male who's happy he defeated a female came in last place, and she lost against that last place. So you shouldn't cancel MP muscle points list. Men's average 60 MP, women's average 40 MP. Shirogane 64, Kaguya 62, Ishigami 55, Fujiwara 54, and Ino 21. Well, there you go. This manga sure is different when you think about it. Only in this manga can you actually get a kind of like an arm wrestle. It actually would be like a serious point of the narrative as well. 180, Miyuki Shirogane wants to blow it up. Bro, I made a bear. Wow, Fujiwara, you're so good at balloon art. It's so cute. Oh, would you make something for me too? Sure. Oh no. Oh no. He keeps popping them. I guess Shirogane isn't any good at balloon art. You're an expert at it, Fujiwara. Why don't you go and teach him how to do it? Shut your mouth! What? Kashiwagi, you have no idea of the depths of despair involved in tutoring Shirogane. And no amateur could ever succeed. Stay out of this unless you're dead serious about it. If you want to pretend to be nice, go and find another project. What's the problem with him? I can't tell you. Fujiwara swallowed the words. His incompetence is like a curse. This poor boy. He can't get anywhere. He's trying his best. Fujiwara keeps her word. She has faithfully kept her vow to Shirogane to never reveal his weakness to anyone. Their coaching sessions haunt her to this day. She also vowed that she would never teach him anything again, even if his lack of skill were to be exposed. And she is determined not to waver. You look like you're you're begging me to rescue you, but I won't be swayed. I will never teach you again, period. Yo, Shirogane, check out my monkey harem. I've made 5 of them already. Yeah, I can. Yay! Now I can fence with 2 swords. Huh? You haven't made a single piece of balloon art? Quit fooling around. I'm not fooling around. I just can't do it. Whoa, what a klutz. Hey, we have limited supply of balloons. Don't pop them all, okay? I won't. Alright, let's make something more complicated. Let's use 3 balloons this time. Shirogane is uncoordinated, so it's not surprising that he gets called a klutz. I go cheer him up. Shirogane, don't worry about those guys. Don't worry about what those guys said. You can pop as many balloons as you need to, but you don't have to make balloon art. You know, anyone can do that. It's as easy as making eyeball stickers. Why don't you work on something that you can do well? Yeah. I cheered him up. Okay, Kashiwagi. Why were you talking to him like a child whose self-esteem has been crushed? Huh? Shirogane has hit a wall. You have to believe in him. Only then can you guide him down an alternate path to success. If he follows your advice, he'll always take the easy way out when he grows up. You sound like my mum. Then you coach him, Fujiwara. I don't know how to raise children, and yet you can. And yet you're committing acts that make babies. What did you say? Oh, I said I won't help him. I won't help him commit balloon acts. Shirogane, do you have a minute? You need to stretch the balloons once or twice before inflating them. Then they won't pop so easily. Oh, thanks for the tip. You needed to thank me. And don't take this the wrong way. I'm only giving you advice because you're a fellow classmate. This doesn't count as training. What's with you? Are you trying to copy Kashiwagi's mannerisms? Huh? What? Do you have something to say to me? No, I don't. Don't worry, Fujiwara. I won't inconvenience you this time. I was born a klutz. I've encountered plenty of situations like this in my life, and I always manage to muddle through all by myself. I'll overcome this problem without any help from anyone. Ah! This poor boy. This poor boy. God, this poor boy. I really feel sorry for him. He's like me. We're bad at like 100% of all things besides the one thing we're good at. So we just constantly do that instead, and actually then we have to go back to doing something that actually doesn't involve like our skills. We're kind of like, what the fuck do I do? Shomiya, your class is doing a cosplay cafe, right? Yes, I'm skillful at sewing. I stink at sewing myself. My shirt always gets covered with blood whenever I try to sew a button. It's not like you to joke about such things. I wasn't joking. Are you making balloon art? Yeah, I'm not too good at it though. I came here because I kept popping them. My classmates were getting annoyed. I didn't expect to find you here. Don't worry about me. You can practice over there. I'd like to see how balloon art is made. If you're sure you won't, if you're sure you don't mind, but I'm warning you. I keep popping them. So tell me if you want me to stop. I will. There's a form of torture in which you inflict a strong stimulus on the subject at regular intervals. Kaguya is hypersensitive, so the sound of balloons repeatedly popping is similar to torture for her. In fact, it counts as actual torture. Where the two of them are spending precious moments together, there's no way she would run away from that. This poor girl. If that is what it takes to be alone with Shirogane, I can stand it. But Kaguya isn't the only one suffering. Having his beloved watch him fell over and over is like torture for him too. Damn, popped another one. Ah, so I'm such a failure. Why is it that I can't do simple things? It's always been like this. I can't do stuff that's easy for everyone else. I do my best to hide my deficiencies. I struggle to overcome my incompetence because I don't want to admit it to myself or anyone else. I guess this is just a lot of wasted effort. There's no point in trying so hard. I get it now. I discovered another secret of yours. I've always wondered how you've become so educated. You've always given your all in order to be given your all in order to be the best at everything. Given my all? Yes. A professional musician learns a new art form such as painting, for example. They master it faster than anyone else. If you continue to work as hard as you do, you'll be able to apply the knowledge and skills you've gained to learning something new. Your previous efforts have trained your memory powers of observation and reason. Now you've mind masters new skills much faster than ordinary people. Once you get the initial hang of it, all the hard work you've done so far has made you what you are today. Isn't that wonderful? It's kind of cute. It's kind of cute. Is that so? So what you're saying is there's no such thing as wasted effort. Exactly. Is that so? Shirogane, I hope I'm wrong, but are you by any chance using the balloons that were in the storehouse? Yeah, why? I thought so. These balloons have been sitting there for years. See? No wonder you keep popping them. Balloons degrade quickly. Why don't you use the new ones like everyone else? I don't want the old ones to go to waste. You're such a cheapskate. Here are some fresh balloons. They're designed for balloon art, so they won't pop as easily. Sheesh, and here I thought I was going to have to train you again. So you were willing to train me again after all. Well, I couldn't just abandon you. That would inconvenience our whole class. So of course I was willing to help you out. All's well that ends well. Now I don't need to. Today's bad result. Fujiwara loses because she should have kept her mouth shut. And the end result is the same as usual. Poor girl. That poor girl. Oh man, my back is dying today. Hey Kay, what? 119 Kei Shirogane wants to show off. Junior high cultural festival is tomorrow, right? Yeah. When if I go, it might help me come up with ideas for the high school cultural festival. What? Well, okay, good. I'll swing by in the afternoon. What are you doing for the festival? Just an ordinary takoyaki stall. Oh, hey, are you going to wear your school uniform tomorrow? Yep. Don't. You'll stick out like a sore thumb. Why? Because you're famous at the junior high too. I don't want classmates teasing me when they recognize you. Teenagers are so oversensitive. Whatever, you can't come unless you look cool. Look cool. Okay, I will. I'll dress cool. Show me what you're planning to wear tomorrow. What? Just show me. I need to make dinner. In case Shirogane knows her brother all too well. How's this? Ah, no! What's wrong with this outfit? I had no idea someone related to me could dress like a junior high student without a trace of shame. Don't worry, I'll use some hair wax tomorrow. That's not what I meant. Your clothes are totally awful from head to toe. We can still undo what you did to your hair, so don't touch it anymore. And straight guys shouldn't wear berets? Barretts? But first, what's with this stupid English text? It looks like a translation website for up on your shirt. How do you explain that skull in the center? This one actually explains the problem I find with most t-shirts nowadays. I can't believe you even own clothes a high school student would be ashamed to wear. It's kind of true. Like most t-shirts do actually just kind of like throw a bunch of text onto the t-shirt and call it a day, and actually just put a skull somewhere and that's about it. That's why I hardly ever buy like graphic t-shirts. I can't stand them because they just always look exactly the same. That's why I always buy Ava t-shirts, because they're always really subtle most of the time. And that long sleeve shirt underneath your shirt, take it off. I can't. The sleeves are sewn together. Sewn together? Plus your pants are too long. Konnichiwa, Genki desu ka? I'll give 1 second. Yeah, now I know. It's Hajime Master as well. Hajime Master. I realized. It took me a second to kind of realize the word, but yeah, Hajime Master as well. It took me 1 second to kind of realize, but now I remember. It actually reminded me. I actually need to remember that that phrase as well. I always kind of wanted to remember that phrase all the time, but for some reason my brain always kind of just forgets it. Now I just remember it's Hajime Master is actually introduce yourself. plus your pants are too long. You should at least roll up the... There's a pattern on the inside of the cuff? More English text? What is with you with English text? I pay a lot of attention to detail. Aren't they cool? Look, the patterns are different on each leg. It's asymmetrical too. The other side says dragon style. How unique. Didn't you have any basics to wear? Just throw on a nice shirt and with a pair of slim fit jeans. Yeah, 119 now. 119. I should actually probably put a the only problem is I wish they kind of actually had like a little thing at the bottom that says the chapter title. To actually just put it just there so everyone actually knows where we are. I need to figure that one out actually. It's the only other thing I can do is probably put like a number generator somewhere so it just constantly changes. So just actually I'll probably do that. Nice, actually good work for telling me that. Actually I'll include that actually. Somewhere I'll include that. I'll have a generator somewhere that actually has a number somewhere, so whenever I change, I just change a number. Thanks for telling me. That's actually a really good idea. I never thought of that actually, until just right now. You see, I can't wear slim fit jeans. It's impossible for me to wear slim fit jeans. You don't need those. Your outfit is overcomplicated enough. But I thought I needed to equip some headgear. This isn't a game. It's not like your abilities increase the more equipment you put on. The more I look at you, the worse your style looks. You have the fashion sensibilities of an 8th grader. Well, I did buy these when I was in 8th grade. Since I started high school, I just wore my uniform when I go out. The only clothes I've bought these last couple of years is a hoodie and a pair of sweatpants to wear at home. How have you survived until now? Will you at least wear what I tell you to? Don't carry that backpack. You're not a grade schooler on a class trip. However, I could put lots of stuff inside. It's very functional. See, I can pop two plastic bottles of juice in here in no time. Cool clothes don't have to be functional. Didn't you have another bag? Nope. Why not? Sheesh. You can use my fancy pack? My fanny pack. Really? Thanks. It's big enough to hold the festival program. You should keep your belongings to a minimum. You can't wear your fanny pack around your waist. Huh? Why not? I don't understand why you're yelling at me really. Because it's not cool. Huh? Why not? In Japan, people are only allowed to use fanny packs as shoulder bags. Huh? But why? If I'm going to carry it on my shoulder, I want to be wearing a shoulder bag, right? No! This is what a shoulder bag looks like. Now it all makes sense. So it is a fanny pack then, that I always keep on seeing. I've always wondered that. I always wondered what the shoulder bag thing was. Now I know. Revelation of the century, I must say. This year's trend is to wear belt bags like this. But why? Because that's how everyone wears them. If you have questions, ask them, not me. You need to observe what people are wearing around you. This is how people wear. This is how people wear fanny packs. You're making this up. I'm home. Welcome. You're right. But it's embarrassing on him. He's trying to look youthful when he's middle-aged. Why are you dissing your dad at the moment? Why are you dissing your dad the moment he sets foot in the door? Come on, show me all the clothes you own. I'll style an outfit for you. Poor Shirogane. It's hopeless. His clothes look awful no matter how I combine them. Now you're just being mean. I've cut down on expenses the last couple of years for the sake of our family. I've only bought second-hand clothes for myself, and this is the thanks I get. That's sad. It's true. I like to dress fashionably if I had the money. I want to wear nice clothes when I go out, but I know Shiomiya's clothes are all super expensive designer labels. My uniform is the nicest, most expensive outfit I own. If I allow myself to wear new clothes, I never stop shopping. The best way to curb my desire is to suppress any interest in clothing. But Kay is a girl. I saved money so she could spend it on nice clothes. So Miyuki, You want to dress cool, huh? If I can afford to. Alright. Then you may have this. What? This is the most expensive, coolest item I own. It's called a moon watch. As the name says, this watch went to the moon. The exact model was used in the Apollo program. I wanted one so badly I saved for 3 years to buy it. I worked like a dog so I could become worthy of this watch. I always wore it when I attended important business meetings or just when I needed to feel like a winner. I had to shut down the factory. I sold off everything we had, but I couldn't bring myself to sell this watch. Shouldn't you keep it if it means that much to you? It doesn't anymore. I've given up any hope about a lot of things. It belongs to someone who's trying to reach for the moon instead of me. You deserve to wear this watch. Dad, I'll treasure it. Hey, that's the watch of a man in middle. Hey, this is the watch of a man in a midlife crisis. You don't have anything casual like a diesel. It's diesel, isn't it? Yeah, it's diesel. Huh? Your clothes suck. You need new clothes. How much money have you got? Give me everything you have. I've only got a 2,000 yen bill. They still take those. All I have is a Nagano Olympic commemorative 5,000 yen coin. How come neither of you have any normal money? I feel bad using this money because it's rare currency. Besides, I don't think 7,000 yen is enough to buy a new outfit. How come the only grown up in his home doesn't have even 10,000 yen in his wallet? Sheesh, you guys suck. Come on, let's go. We've got to get it before the shops close. But Kay, don't worry. This is the money you gave me for my birthday. What? You knew it was me? Of course, I'm the one who does a family budget. Hey Kay, Yuki came. One takoyaki, please. Here you go. Now go away. She brushed me off, but I wore exactly what she told me to. Was that Shiragani's big brother? The high school student council president? Yeah, he's my bro. Whoa, he's so cool. Ah, see? Nice message in the end, I guess. Yeah, I wish I had a big brother like that. I'm surprised you aren't more excited he came by. If he were my big brother, I would want to take him around and show him off. He's not cool at all. He turns his clothes inside out before he puts them in the laundry hamper. And the other day Student Council President Shirogane is so cool. Man, that was nice in the end. It's only 120 now. Ow! I need to fix my microphone. Keep on accidentally whacking it. It keeps on hurting my hand. Every time I do it hurts my hand really badly. I'm a walking disaster, like Shirogane. I'm just a walking disaster. Anyway, so 120 now we're on. The samples of souvenirs we're selling at the school shop just came in. 120 about Kaguya-sama Part 2. Shinichun sweet buns and Shinichun rice crackers. They're like the branded souvenirs you get at tourist spots. The proceeds go to the alumni association. We special ordered them. This heart accessory was on sale last year too. Do students really buy them? What? You don't know? We always sell these at the Hoshin Cultural Festival. Really? Okay, so once upon a time, a very long time ago, this beautiful princess got really sick. She was about to die. But then, while praying, her father, a lord, received a divine message. He had to get the heart of a young man, toss it into the fire, mix the ashes with the juice of a daikon radish, and give it to the daughter to drink. When this story spread, a young man who was madly in love with the princess offered her his heart. Right now, how do you guess? How did you guess? According to historical records from the 8th century, thanks to the young man's sacrifice, the princess was cured. They say it happened right here when our high school was built centuries later. The kanji for offer and heart spell Hoshin, and that's why our cultural festival is called the Hoshin Cultural Festival. a tale is full of holes. Don't be that way. That's not the response I was going for. The selfless act of love happened over 1,000 years ago. Isn't it romantic? I have no interest in apocryphal tales of romance and superstition. Apocryphal. Apocryphal. God damn. Apocryphal tales. Once again, apocryphal is a word that's not actually utilized nowadays. So apocryphal is kind of a rate. I know apocrypha because of fate apocrypha, but apocryphal is a word. I don't hear it that often. I must say, if you actually want to like progress English in English form, read Kaguya-sama is actually a really good way to do it, because you do learn a lot of more linguistical terms, I guess. The ones that aren't utilized nowadays but actually do in theory kind of sound cool. Like apocryphal and quabbling. That story must have been invented to imbue the rulers of this region with power and authority. The idea that someone's ashes can cure illnesses is completely insignificant. Unscientific. You're such a realist, Kaguya. Anyway, the point of that story is the reason we sell souvenirs like this. How so? This is a heart too. People say if you give the one you love a heart-shaped gift at the Hoshin Festival, your love will be eternal. That's so romantic! A girl confessed her love to my older brother with one of these, and they just got married. They're super lovey-dovey. So I guess it really works. It really works? Here, you can have this sample. Huh? The Hoshin legend. I wish I'd known about it earlier. The cultural festival starts in just a few days. I don't have time to set a trap. It won't be easy getting Shirogane to give me one of these. I'd have to give it to him then. No, out of the question. That would be like a love confession. But if you give the one you love a heart-shaped gift at a Hoshin festival, your love will be eternal love. You wouldn't notice a heart like this. That's it. Koyasu didn't say you had to give the gift in person, and I only need to give him the heart. He doesn't have to know that's what I'm giving him. Playing cards contain 13 heart cards. Cards would meet the requirement of the legend, but they aren't a great idea. Obtaining eternal love would be a piece of cake. The question is, what should I give him? I have to ensure that Shirogane doesn't notice the heart motif. Oh, thanks. It won't be easy to find an item with a clandestine heart. Hiding a heart amidst polka dots seems doable. The image just popped into my mind, but it might actually work. However, what if he discovers the heart? There's a hidden heart in this item. I heard you can obtain eternal love by giving a heart to the one you love. Oh, I get it. You want my eternal love, don't you? What's the matter, Shomiya? You're perspiring. You're perspiring. Here. Here, let me wipe away your perspiration using this hanky with a heart hidden in the pattern. My strategy would have the complete opposite effect. My feigned nonchalance would make it seem like my love confession was all the more serious. I'd be crushed if he found me out. Giving someone a gift means leaving physical evidence. It's too risky. I must destroy the evidence. How about food then? I could cut an apple or strawberry so the cross section has a heart shape. And I could bake it into a pie. Shirogane wouldn't notice a heart buried inside the pie filling. And after he ate it, not a trace of the evidence would be left behind. But I'll cut a slice. That would be awful. Slicing the pie would be like splitting the heart in two. It would symbolize our eternal love being broken forever. I love how extremely unorthodox every single thing they actually have to do actually is. What's wrong with my brain? Why on earth does my heart skip a beat whenever I think of the words eternal love? I feel like an idiot. Why am I so desperate to do something so stupid? What am I so scared of? Why can't I utter the word that I really want to tell him? Since when have I become such a coward? Hi, Shomiya. Oh, Shirogane. What are all those papers? These documents for the second day of the festival. I asked the festival committee to give me paperwork I could do here, but you already have more than enough work to do. You look so tired. You don't need to work so hard all the time. Well, this is the first time we've held a 2-day festival. Everyone's stressed out because there's so much to do. If I take on some of the burden, the committee members will get some free time during the festival to at least attend a few events. The committee members are working really hard preparing for the festival. I want them to get a chance to enjoy it too. He's so genuine. He's not acting. He's not trying to look good. He's just kind. Aww. Aww. I want to take a step forward. Hey, Hayasaka. Find a handkerchief with this pattern by tomorrow. Your request is unreasonable. They don't make hankies for such a niche market. Why didn't you place a special order with a novelty company? I need it before the Hoshin festival begins. Does this item have something to do with the Hoshin legend by any chance? About gifting a heart and eternal love or something like that? If you give this to him, it'll be like confessing your love. I know. You have all the kinds of excuses. You don't like him, blah blah. I like him. What? God damn it! We finally got there. We're finally there. God, we're finally goddamn there. We did it, boys. We fucking did it. This is like a goddamn. This is a monument moment. This is the thing you go, fuck yeah. She said it. She actually likes him. God, we got there. An actual like proclamation of the word. God. Holy shit, boys. We're actually there. I like Miyuki Shirogane. Tell me, Hayasaka, how do I deal with these feelings? There's something wrong with me. Exactly. This is so weird. I can't believe you actually finally admitted you like him. You're the one who's always trying to make me say it. How humiliating. The one who confesses their love first loses. For Kaguya, saying that she likes Shirogane has wounded her pride. She feels a slight sense of defeat, but also relief, as if a weight has been lifted from her mind. However, this is only her perspective. Konban. Oh, sorry. Konnichiwa. Also konbanwa. And also ohayou gozaimasu as well. Genki desu ka? So it's all technically it's konbanwa over here, but also ohayou gozaimasu in Japan currently. But also konnichiwa. Genki desu ka? This is only her perspective. If the one to fall in love first is the loser, Shirogane was defeated long ago. It was in April of last year, a spring day shortly after the school entrance ceremony, the day the two first met. Not meet. I can't believe she finally broke down. This is the biggest news story of the year for Hayasaka. 121, spring of first year. Ooh. We're going back in time, boys. I've come to the wrong school. That is my conclusion. After being here for a week, all the students come from privilege. They already have their own. Is it clique? I can't even pronounce that word. Cliques, isn't it? Because the majority of them attend junior high together. Every single one of them at Superior. They're all annoying. Miyuki Shirogane, first year. These privileged kids who've been here since grade school, called pure. Students like me who transfer to junior high or high school level are called impure, where you learn this distinction after enrolling in Shunichi. It's been a week since the entrance ceremony. I still don't have anyone to eat lunch with. Is having wealthy parents really that important? You're all a bunch of spoiled rich kids. Well, you look pretty pissed off. You must be Miyuki Shirogane, the scholarship student. Is that? Oh, you should throw your trash in the trash can. You should throw your trash in the trash can. Sorry, he's wearing a shiny gold forager below his collar. That means he's student council president. I'm glad I ran into you. I've been meaning to talk to you. What? You want me to join the student council? Yeah, student council president appoints all the members. April is recruiting season. We compete with all the clubs to recruit new members. Why me? There are plenty of students more talented than me, like the one who made the speech at the entrance ceremony. Are you referring to Kaguya, the ice princess? I guess so. I heard her family is unbelievably wealthy, and that she's a total genius who's good at everything. I mean, what the hell? Everyone here has it all. I don't have social status or talent. I don't have anything. I managed to get a scholarship, but it was waitlisted because my score was ranked last. I'm worthless, impure student. That's okay. All of us grew up in Shinichi. All of us grew up in the Shinichi sandbox. I need someone familiar with the outside world who has a different perspective. I want to take advantage of your insight. My throat is really drying up. But come on, let me show you what the student council does. So how come you decided to enroll at Shinichi? My stupid dad applied for the scholarship without telling me. I would have been happy attending a public school nearby, but Shinichi offered me a lot of financial aid. We don't have much money, so I thought I should take advantage of the opportunity. But if I'd known what this school was really like, things get pretty complicated here. On the other hand, there are some people you'll never get to meet if you didn't go here. This first year's class is full of stars. The daughter of the Shijo family, a virtuoso pianist. The daughter of the regional Yakuza group. And as everyone knows, the daughter of the leader of the Shomiya conglomerate, Kaguya-sama. You'll never even catch a glimpse of her beyond the Shinichi Academy campus. Did you recruit them already? I'm doing my best, but I doubt they'll say yes. It's difficult to influence people with self-confidence. I agreed to come here with him. I guess that means I didn't have self-confidence. Today we're cleaning up this swamp. The water pipe has been clogged for years, so there's been an algae bloom. It's gotten pretty unsanitary. We're having professionals come to fix the pipe. We need to clean up the area beforehand. A few volunteers are helping out, but the student council needs to have a presence. Bloodpool Swamp? What a name. That is what a name, actually. That is quite a name, actually, the more I think about it. Rumor has it that the head of the warlord lies at the bottom of the swamp. Huh. You're kidding, right? Don't put his head in the trash if you find it. Yikes, this place is really filthy. Sheesh, what the hell am I doing here? He said he wants me to join the student council, but maybe that was just a ruse to get me to volunteer for the cleanup crew. He's probably just another student who looks down on me because my family's poor. Whatever, doesn't matter what I do, nothing's gonna change. Ah! There's a dead bat floating over there. Gross! Hey, watch out! Hey, you alright? Grab hold of this. My legs are caught in something. Should someone go into the swamp to help her out? Is it safe? We might get sick. Hey, there's no time to lose, but I can't swim. There's no point in me drowning too. Someone who can swim needs to rescue her. Oh? She attached herself to this rope and tied it over here. Pulled them out. Oh, I see. Anyone could have rescued her if they'd just tied a rope around their waist first. Technically true. Very true. I kept making excuses for myself. Instead of trying to find a solution, I didn't do a thing. It doesn't matter whether your family is wealthy or if you were born a genius. What's important is that you take action when you need to. Someone who can do that can be covered with mud and still look beautiful. Good for you, Miss Kaguya. Don't be naive. She's the daughter of the managing director of a newspaper. Now her family owes me. I might be able to use as leverage someday. I was only thinking myself. Jesus. Still, you're the only one who tried to rescue her. No one else was willing to jump into that ditch. People always wait for someone else to sacrifice themselves. If someone has been willing to get themselves dirty without hope or anything in return, if someone had been willing to get themselves dirty without hoping hope or anything in return. Yes, I don't think I could ever get along with someone like that. I wonder who could take their place. Could take their place beside her. I can, because I'm the student council president. I see, and that's how student council president Kaguya and Shiragane's fates became intertwined. Continued in the summer episode. And there we go. That is the end of volume 12. I believe. Yeah, volume 12. I almost forgot what we're actually reading. Reading for so long. I was like, what am I even what have I been reading at this point? Yeah, I mean, it's a good volume overall. I think it more so it's kind of like it's the change, if you get what I mean. It's the change volume. It's the one that actually kind of progresses the narrative along. It's the one that allows us to actually kind of see, well, shit, they're actually now, you know, getting somewhere. She's now realizing her emotions and actually her feelings. She is getting somewhere, but also kind of like how it acts as an introspection for the characters as well, because again, the characters themselves are very important. They're very flawed characters. They're characters who have a lot going on that does in theory then break down how you do in theory see them as time goes on. I like that aspect about this whole entire manga. How all the time these characters aren't who you think they are. There's way more to them that makes them seem as if they actually are more deeper than what is led on to believe originally. I kind of think that actually works to its advantage. It works actually kind of say these characters are more real than your average kind of like rom-com like protagonists, because 9 out of 10 times in these kind of genres, they tend to be kind of like they're just like any character you've seen beforehand, and that sometimes doesn't really actually kind of hinder your attachment because you've seen it all before, but you're just there for the ride. But at least this one, it kind of makes you think that's the case, but then as time goes on, it's like it breaks them down to actually be more real, and actually kind of makes you more attached to them, and actually knowing their past, actually knowing how Shirogane was originally, compared to actually how he is now, it kind of then makes their relationship more important as well. It makes the whole entire thing just mean something more. It's not just, by the way, they're actually in love. It's actually like, by the way, there's way more to it than just that. And I like that. I actually kind of like that volume for doing it, because it's one of those things we didn't know much about the past, but now we do know more about it, and actually it's very important to actually understand how we actually do in free then gauge their relationship as well. So yeah, it's really appreciative that actually did in free do that. It's not very often I get to see that all the time, but it's nice. It's nice to actually kind of have a manga that my head's falling down a lot. It's nice to actually have a manga that actually doesn't free do that, because it does a lot. Stuff like this, stuff like this just seems kind of like it can be anywhere, but you don't get it very often. You don't get like very, very, very deep characters that do in free actually kind of have these moments of actually like self-reflection, and actually then it actually explores them more. Like in essence, yeah, some of the times it actually doesn't free then play off as comedic. The whole entire thing with Shirogane being completely inept, everything. It's one of those things of like, oh, it's comedy, but when you actually learn more about him, it means something. It actually it doesn't feel like, oh yeah, it's just a comedy episode. It actually has more meaning to it. You actually understand why he's inept and everything like that. It's actually very well done. It's actually kind of nice. Once again, it's not seen often, but it's actually kind of nice to see it done here, done in a genre that doesn't really feel as if it's just kind of like the exact same thing constantly. So I do actually really appreciate that. So yeah, I mean, we're on to volume 13 now. Actually onto like the pinnacle point of the whole entire narrative now. I also know that the actual manga actually is ending as well. Well, not ending anytime soon, but ending. It's actually heading to the final, I guess. So yeah, I mean, goddamn, how is what we're gonna find in the next volume? I wonder. So yeah, I probably will cover this time goes on. I've got to buy the rest of the volumes actually, because I still have never added these to Shonen Jump Vault, which does bug me slightly, but it's fine. I think they're like £5 each. It's actually not too expensive. So yeah, I mean, hopefully even next week or the week after we'll cover the next volume. Do not worry, I'll buy them. Yeah, I'll buy them. Don't worry. I can't say words today. My brain is stopping. But yeah, don't worry. Comicsology sometimes runs deals as well, so it's actually not an issue. But anyway, yeah, that is me done for today. So, Goshicho arigatou gozaimasu. Boku no doga wo omoshiroi to omota ra, ine ya channel 登録をお願いします。 So if you have enjoyed this whole entire stream as a whole on YouTube and Doom Free, leave a like because indeed it's been quite a bit. If you have then enjoyed this whole entire stream as a whole on YouTube then Doom Free, leave a sub because indeed it's been quite a bit. If you have then enjoyed this whole entire stream as a whole on YouTube and Doom Free, leave a follow on Twitter or join Discord as well because both do help me quite a lot and both will then tell you when new streams go live and any other streams I do as well. But until next time, some more Kaguya-sama Love is War, the manga series. See you guys then. Bye for now.